Oh, I'm here. And my AC in my apartment is still not fixed. We're going through it. I am suffering. Voice says, hi, as. Ooh, new starting screen. Or have I just not seen it? It's fairly new. I was mentioning that, my friend. More than a friend. It's always kind of tricky to reveal my relationship status on stream. I try to keep it a secret, but at the same time, it feels sleazy to keep it secret. But in anyways, my girlfriend created this overlay package for sale. And so I have been using them as kind of like testing slash, you know, something to advertise with. Voices, ooh, as has a significant other. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I like to use the word. Anyways, doesn't matter. We're back on this. Do you remember this? So I did a little bit of visual. Hey, thanks for the 9 months. Hello, Celine. Welcome. Wait, what was the notification? Wait, that's not the notification I chose. Wait, what? Well, at least the text-to-speech is working, but that is definitely not the alert that I preset. Weird. Huh. Oh well. Well, thanks. I can never get this alert thing to work properly, I think, as expected. But yeah. Welcome, Celine. As you can see, I'm working on this part. So the idea was we had this mock-up, so I'm trying to test this out. Another one that we were talking about, because we're talking about Darkest Dungeon, that rather than having this ship combat, what if you have this, like, all the combat slash event is like those like Darkest Dungeon side-scroller where you have the cruise. And it's like a derelict or like onboarding, getting onboarded. And you have to go through your ship or other dungeon to fight through. That's something. Oh, which reminds me, I guess I should probably share this with Selena as well. Selena's our writer. Don't share this link to anyone because I think the editor option is open. I'll give it to you here. If you're interested. This may help you figure out some of the storyline better, at least, because there's a mock-up slash concept of how the gameplay, the rest of the gameplay kind of works out. Ooh, you're right. Okay. Yeah, share me your email address. But yeah. Celine says, ooh. Voice says, ooh. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should do that instead. Here. Okay, so a few things I was testing out. I was trying to, okay. So something that I knew before coming from software that I also was kind of rejecting a little bit because sometimes you want to be a little bit agile. Agile meaning you don't want to be too locked down. But we're at a stage where knowing that requirement, like fundamental requirements of what we need to make is kind of important because once you get that done, then you can make decision on design, right? Because you can say, hey, I'm going to make the design system design as flexible as possible no matter what, but that'll be too loose. It'll be actually being flexible makes it so that your software ends up being really hard to use, right? Because it's not like it's not specifically made for something. It's often better to make something for something as opposed to being like, well, it can be used for this, but this other thing as well, you know, especially if you're making your own game. So I was writing things down. I was trying to think about what these mean. So I was trying to ask questions to myself. Some of the main thing is, what are meaningful choices the players would be making during the events and combats or in relation to that? So I was thinking about this. Number of crew means something. Since each crew represents an action the ship can take, more crew is desirable. But I guess also, is there a downside to having more crew? That's also something that I need to think about. Type of crew. And then I was thinking about ship, like what upgrading ship means. And then in those things, I was starting to think about what the combat cycle looks like. And right now, so far, it's looking like kind of FTL. It's like a baby FTL. Because you know how in FTL, you have these like different rooms within the ship that you have to send your crew to fix/operate. So it's the similar concept, and also the damage can be done to specific stations as well. That, I think I'm going to do that. So right now, I was starting to define what taking damage means. So it says check DM, but making sure it is hidden. Yes, I will do that. I will do a few things here. Here, I'm going to take this off screen real quick. All right, I see other things, but I'm not going to read that right now. Okay. Share. I'll add you as editor. And then I'll change the share option so that the link is only commenter. All right, cool. There you go. You should have received it. But yeah, so that's where we're at. You know, also, minimal playable or testable game I can think of, since this, we've already decided that we're going to have this like web of traveling to a destination. And as you travel, each point is like an event/combat in this sense, that between this generation and some of the station being like event, like shop, space station, and blah, 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 that I think we can actually make a mini roguelike game before getting the narrative portion, where we can test the core mechanic that is the combat and event and crew management before even getting to this part. Because this part is full upgrade, story, narrative, adventure, and all those things. So there's 2 different modes. So I think that's my goal. My MVP right now is deliver the roguelike. So we I guess we could do that here. Timeline? Or goal? I guess goal or deliverables. Okay. So we're going to have a deliverable, and that is a very specific goal that I have in mind. We'll make it, I don't know if there should be a V1 or, hold on. And then we can expand what that means, but play testable roguelike version, aka alpha. And this will be game. And then I guess this can be the chart. As much as I hate upkeeping with these like little plans and planning, but sometimes it's kind of really important to understand where you are. Almighty Mr. PK says, Hola, what is GDD in document title? Game Design Doc. Oh, yeah, you worked it out. Nice. Beautiful. Hey. Sorry, I didn't see it. I'm locked in. Plus, I'm a little hazy right now. It's like 85 Fahrenheit in my room right now, which is pretty hot for me, especially for having lived in Pacific Northwest for a long time. But our AC in my apartment unit has been broken for like 4 days now. And the apartment is working hard at it, but for some reason they can't figure it out. The contractors are waiting for diagnostics of what the AC problem is. I'm wondering if they took the unit or something. So we're just kind of surviving. And of course, when I'm streaming, I close my room's door with all the lightings and my computer producing heat. So this is a sauna stream, dry sauna stream. Maybe it's healthy for me. Anyways, so deliverable, the first one that we want is roguelike version, aka alpha. And deadline, I would like to say, I don't know if there's a specific deadline that I could use. Like I want to take it to someone or somewhere, or if it's like an arbitrary date. I don't know if it's meaningful to do pre-release, like demo release or Steam release during holiday season. Like, does that mean anything? Unless Steam indie event, wish list event. Let's see if there's anything like that. Well, Next Fest is October, which play free demo of the games that haven't even launched yet. I guess. But how do you sign up for this? October 13th? That's kind of crazy goal, isn't it? Is that a crazy goal? So that's how many? 1, 2, 3. Approximately less than 4 weeks. I mean, it's Game Jam for Next Fest. That seems like a crazy fest. How to sign up for Next Fest. How does it work? Week-long celebration of upcoming games where customers can try out demo. Yusuf says, good evening. Normally it's time to sleep for me. I'm so sorry that I'm late these days. I'll try to be a little bit earlier. It's just that my morning time is typically when I do my gym session and stuff. Friday I shouldn't have anything. So hopefully I can get on earlier. Celine on Twitch says, you have to register as far as I remember, but you only get one slot to show off your game. And since most indies, a lot of their marketing comes from Next Fest, you should really sign up when you are happy with where your game demo is at the moment. Okay, so I shouldn't really push for it. Okay, well, I won't push for it. I can pretend. I don't have to actually finish it to be part of the Steam Next Fest. But what I can do is try to have a goal of riding that wave. So for example, if people are doing Next Fest, they're looking at different games that are upcoming. And if I have a demoable version, then I could share it with friends or other streamers to be like, hey, I know you guys are doing Next Fest. Would you like to play test something in relation to that? In that spirit, in the spirit of testing things. So I say roguelike version, I think 4 weeks is a little tight. But if I work on it every day, this might be doable. Okay, I'm going to say roguelike version, which is basically pre-alpha, honestly. Pre-alpha, I'll give myself the deadline of October 13th. 25, which is fast approaching. And then after that, that's the first playtest, and basically post playtest, rebalance and polish, which will be, I think, goal date. Instead of deadline, I'm going to call it goal date. Goal date. We'll say that one, I would probably go for maybe like 2 months, 3 months, let's say 3 months after that. So we got November, December, and January. So we'll say January, what is it? 30, Jan goes to 31st, right? Let's do Jan 31st. And then we can adjust this, obviously. And then we're going to have first narrative version, aka actual alpha. This is when the game is first actually quote unquote complete. And that one, I think we're probably gonna reach for 6 months after that. So I would say somewhere in June or May, if we can do it. Playtest, start doing promotion here. This is where I think we're getting into almost a free demo release timeline. Celine says you can push for it. A lot of people do, but yeah, unless you're confident the demo will be ready before then, don't. Since you've got one chance and you can't withdraw and rejoin later. Oh, really? Oh, man. Okay. You know what? Honestly, so hold on. Next Fest Steam every year. Is it once a year or how often does it happen? I wish there's some information on this. Ooh. Sorted by dates. Oh, idler. Oh, there's different fests. This is great. Obviously this needs to Steam Next Fest. There's a June edition. I mean, is this next year or is this... It doesn't really say, huh? Oh, this is 2025. But we can use this year's information as maybe guideline for next year. Since they had a June Steam Fest, maybe if we say, oh, they're going to have another Oktoberfest, then we can say, instead of doing Next Fest on June, we can go for the October launch. I don't know what other events there are, but I think June seems about right. I think first post feedback narrative version, goal date October, and this will be for the next 2026 Next Fest, because that means we're gonna have to have gone through at least 1, 2, 3 iteration of the combat, which is the main mechanics, which is good, right? We got it tested, we had feedback, we feel pretty confident about the polish of the combat aspect alone. So when the Next Fest comes along, we have an option. Even though we would like the narrative version to be the one that gets released for the Next Fest, by this time we say we need more work on the narrative version. We at least have a solid roguelike version by this time. Like, roguelike part of the game is at least the beta at this point. So we have some options there, I think. And then Hayden, welcome. Hello, hello. Oh, it is hot though. Welcome, welcome everyone. We're doing some planning here for Dread on arrival currently. And I am also burning up, as I said to the chat earlier. AC is out. I'm cooking in 85 Fahrenheit. What is it? For European to see. Is 29.4 Celsius. I don't know if you guys understand that or not, but it's pretty hot. Yeah, about 30. Pretty hot in the room. Not terrible for some people who are in the more tropical area, but it's hot enough to be uncomfortable. Okay. I think this is good. This is right now what we're going for here, October 13th, which is in a month, essentially. So within a month, I'm going to get the first version of the roguelike done, and then we're going to have to line up some playtest. If we want to be as fast as possible, we want to line up some playtesters to start at this time, because we need the playtesting and the feedback, and then time to digest. That takes at least like 1.5 weeks, because otherwise we're burning time into this goal. So I'm gonna subconsciously think about some of the tasks moving into it. Ideal deadline. Tasks, deadline. I'm not sure if we need additional notes. Maybe we do. Here, delete this column. The notes is fine, I think. You guys get to see my project management side of things. I don't think I've ever shown that, huh? I think mostly I'm always about coding and technical stuff, huh? I guess that could be really interesting. This is something that people don't really talk about. Though I don't have as much skill in this. Well, as much provable skill. Voice says, "Hi Eden, been a while." Haha, yeah, I've been lurking every now and then. Funny how it's one time Ezra doesn't say it. Doesn't say what? Oh, it's been a while. You know what? I understand whenever you're here. If I say you haven't been here in a while, that means I have forgotten your name already. And don't take it hard. Actually, I am now, actually, since you saw me last, I have aged 1 whole year. I am now 36, everyone. Good old 36. Halfway past. I'm like past mid-30s now. Isn't that crazy? I'm really need to get this done. All right. All right. Anyways. All right, let's get this going. All right. Cool. I mean, there's a few things. Playtester, and community collection. Right? We need that. Hopefully by October, we have few people. October 13th. And obviously we need the deliverable here, the full roguelike version. We can't talk about this. I think this is more like the project related thing. Obviously the game being done at this stage is something we need, but we don't have to. This is like a big picture stuff. All right, I think this is great. I might have to re-ask Revi to change focus on some of the assets if need be, but we'll see. Voice is still so young. Kelso says, "What's up, Ezra? Wow, you survived." I did survive. Now I am in a different. Last week I was sick, and this week I'm in a heat. I'm barely surviving here. Very hot. Kelso. All right. Cool. So we have some of that. I might have to rewrite some of this, but I do want to kind of finish up ideating here. So we had a few things here. I was thinking that the ship stations, meaning each room in a ship, can take on mixture of any of these statuses, okay? Let me read this to you and see if you guys can start imagining what the gameplay could look like, or if it seems kind of fun in some ways. right? All right, ship station, meaning like the shield, electrical, what else? The engine, the O2 station, the navigation station, all those things. Oh, which by the way, we have made a new brainstorm idea of ship being modular. So some of the ships, they have the base ship where you can put stuff in there, right? You can assign different stations for it, which is fine. But in addition, there are these like modular slots where foreign constructions, foreign modules can attach to. If you guys play Silksong recently, it's like the trinket slots in the crest, right? That's what I'm thinking. And they do very specific things. They're not like just adds more heal or more health and stuff like that. It's like it adds a functionality that is very unique. And the idea is those modules can be found within like adventures, looking into different places, kind of like how you discover these like hidden items. So the module to the ships are items too. Anyways, so each of these stations can take any of these states. Eden says, doing all right. Drawing Spider-Punk again, lol. Got a little fed up with Silksong Enemy Room, lol. Yeah, it's a little hard. Right now, I took it really slow because I wanted to really make sure I got everything done before jumping onto the Act 3. So right now, I am just starting to fight the final lace fight. Final lace. I don't know if that makes sense. Basically, almost at the final boss. I know there's one more final boss before getting to Act 3, but we'll see. He also says, you releasing your game now? Yeah, I'm trying. I have a plan now here. Look, we have the pre-alpha version for next month, rebalanced, polished version 3 months after that, and then the alpha version with the narrative portion added in June. And then with that iteration, hopefully we can add ourselves to the next fest, October next fest, next year. Hi, Aussie. Hey, long time no see. I do recognize you. Celine says, oh, God, that is so real. I'm stubborn enough that I got through it. Currently doing my 100% playthrough before preparing for Steel Soul. I don't know if I have it in me to do Steel Soul. But I did do my lacquer delivery. The deliveries are crazy in this game. Oh, man. The Delicate Flower quests are crazy. Council says, can I see your game? Well, I'm trying to get to it. Okay, so we have some mock-ups here. So idea of like, oh, this is what Starship traveling looks like. This is what narrative portion of the location looks like. This is what, when you click on these locations, exploration looks like site profile exploration, some ideas. And this was the mock-up for the combat and events. So I'm trying to make this part, right here. And before actually making this game, general mock-up is here, but before actually making this, I'm trying to design it. So right now we're designing phase. Okay. Celine says, oh, hell yeah. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing you can get locked out of that's important for the percent progression, which is really, really nice. But I did hear on Act 3, things just get harder, even though you can do them, just because of the implications. I've heard about it. Got a little spoiled. Hasi says, it looks very cool and interesting. Thank you, thank you. I mean, it's a mixture of this. So we got this part, which is the combat part. But, you know, we have had the main game for a while, and we're just kind of redoing the that's right, I changed the I changed the resolution of the game, so it's gonna look a little bit off right now, but it used to be this big. So we have this, and then we have this start here. Ignore this part, that's supposed to be out of the screen. And then we have one of these things. I mean, this is what it used to look like. This right here. And then of course you can just like this. Actually, it doesn't look too bad as 1080p. Anyways, Kogane says, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I think last time I saw you was during the jam of some sort. Do you have any plans to host a game jam?" Yes, I do. Actually, we have this game. Reminds me, this game we started as part of our own jam called Strawberry Jam. It was like a 1 month long jam. What goal was to release a game, and I think somebody was just asking in our Discord, being like, "Hey, are we gonna have like fall Strawberry Jam?" Because Zuzu, our longtime follower and a friend here, was like, I need to practice more scoping. We need a jam. So I think we are going to do that. I don't know when exactly, but it should be soon. Maybe the Halloween jam could be a thing. We'll see. Join our Discord. Oh, so you are in a Discord. Great. I'll make an announcement. Hasi said, it looks very cool and interesting. Thank you. Thank you. So he says, I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, it does get more difficult, but it's always doable. I'll recommend you do as much as you can before certain quests. You'll know what I mean when you get there. Yeah, no, I think I've done everything. At least I don't have any more wishes that I can take on. I got all the interactions and NPC talks. I got all the narrative pieces done. I think only thing I'm missing are, like, I don't know if I can get more memory locks. Like, I don't know where to find it. I think that's what's locking me out right now. Because I know for a fact that there's one more Hunter Crest upgrade, but I can't get it because I need more memory locks. But I'm not looking it up, so we'll see. But at least I got almost all the trinkets. I think I'm missing like 1 or 2. But yeah. So I'll do some of those things. But that final lace fight was actually kind of tough. I tried it once and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of difficult. We'll see. Anyways, I was gonna talk about this. So ship station, right? The engineering bay or mechanical bay. My goal is that mechanical bay is where you release the ship fixtures. But anyways, so here it is. Armored. So each individual hull. Why does it sound like I'm saying hull? It sounds very similar, doesn't it? Like each station can be armored separately. Obviously, it's an upgrade or an item effect. Armored says extra reinforcement applied. External attempt at damage will have to go through the armor first before being able to cause any damage to the station. Any type of damage. So armor prevents all types of damage. But I'm guessing it's going to go away with one single attack. Shield is temporary protection that absorbs one external damage. So this can go up at any time as long as you have the shield giving property. But armor is more like mechanical. Shield is more generative. We have a status of hull breached, meaning external structure is damaged of that station and the ship is exposed to vacuum. The O2 level falls every turn of that station. Like every single room's gonna have its individual O2 and structural level, I think. Receiving external damage while breached. So this is like a critical. So it takes one more damage to potentially being destroyed. But in order to be, but the thing is, like, it's still a chance. Kind of like in Darkest Dungeon. You know how in Darkest Dungeon, when you have 1 health left, you can avoid death, but you have a chance of dying. What is it called? I forgot. There was a term for it. They had a death. It's not death save. Once you go to death's door. Anyways. So it's kind of like that, where it's like, it's not guaranteed to be destroyed, but you're very much likely to be destroyed if you take 1 more damage. So you need to do something about it, but you can get lucky. Obviously, you can power the station, which means all the functions of the station works. You can turn it off. This is a power off state. Electrical malfunction means the station becomes powered off immediately. And then it cannot be turned on until the malfunctions are fixed. And this can happen from a lot of other things, right? Fire means crew stationed with fire will lose health slowly. The O2 level of the station falls slowly because, you know, oxygen is being consumed. Fire goes out automatically if there is no O2 present in the station. Destroyed means station is unavailable for the rest of the voyage until it is fixed at a space station. Kind of like that. So it's like a reminiscent of FTL a little bit, but there's some more nuance to it. And also, I'm not going to make it like active combat. It's definitely a turn-based stuff. So the first thing, though, is that basically the crew performs an action. And so ship action is only done through a crew. So depending on where the crewmate is, they get to do different things. So number of crew equals number of actions. And there was a concept, I don't know what happened. There was a concept of like, crew can put on spacesuit to work in a vacuum. Like they can work without an oxygen if they put on a spacesuit or whatever, you know. Hey, Tony. But yeah, I kind of want to write that somewhere. So this is not taking them, I guess. So this is less about the ship. Taking damage is about the ship, I think. Ship. And station. Another thing is that each station have following default stats. Destruction resist. Resistance to being destroyed when damaged while hull is breached, I think. Yeah. While the hull is breached. I don't know if it... Okay, I don't know if it should be health-based or like status-based. Status-based might be actually more confusing, isn't it? Yeah, it should be. I think it should be health-based. Okay. So I think we need structure health, right? Buggy says, hi, people. Hi, Buggy. Welcome, welcome. Stations. Health. Receiving external damage while breached. I think instead of saying destroyed, I think it should be cause critical hits. Causes critical hits. Destroyed happens. Yeah, okay. Station's health. Destruction resistance is a resistance to being destroyed when destroyed. When structure health is at 1. Okay. Let's see, what else? We got the structure health, destruction resistance, and then we have O2 level, oxygen level. I'm not yeah. Yeah. I think it needs to be actual value. And then what else? Should there be a power level, or is it just the fact that it's powered on or off? think there could be an opportunity to have or requiring more power in order to power a station, maybe. So we could say power level, amount of power routed to this station, right? And then you have other status, miscellaneous station status. Okay. Cool. So these are the things that people can do. I do wonder, let's see. I wonder if I need to describe what can be done. Like, how do you fix this? Fix section available for crew? Or actually... You know what? I mean, that's kind of understood. Ship and station. Let's see. Why wouldn't you always have a suit on? I guess that's a question. So I'm saying like, hey, you know, if you have a suit on... I guess the idea is you always start the combat with the suit off. And it takes a whole action to put on a suit. So that's kind of precious time, I guess. So that makes sense, I think. That also means we could have some ideas of what stations are there. Stations. So let's see. So we can do some of these things and start describing what they are. I mean, this seems like it's kind of fun. I think there's like a little fun mechanic that I can imagine. So let's see. We'll row below. We don't have to do hull here. Weapons, shield gen, power. We don't have to worry about the station actions just yet, I don't think. Let's remove this column real quick. Oops. Yeah. So we have navigation. We have power station. I don't think we need shield. Okay, I think shield generator could be a station. Shield generator. What else? Celine says, on a spaceship, well, it is the future, so they'd be better, but the reason probably is because the suit makes it harder to do things that involve dexterity because they're bulky. It's true. Having the suit on means vacuum is no issue, but slower repair speed, etc. because it's harder to... Ooh, I do like that. Suit protects the person, but makes the task slower. Yeah? Unless... I mean, this is where like a lot of the combo of different crew or items or trinkets and modulars come in handy. Because it would be cool if that's the case, right? If there's deficiency, there's an opportunity to make a build that counteracts those deficiencies. Things like, oh yeah, it does make you slower, except if you're this person, then you actually work faster on a suit because you had a special suit or something like that. I don't know. Selena's coming back. Okay. I do like that idea. All right, we're gonna say locker. This is where you can put on the suit. Weapons are easy. What else? I think we had a mechanical bay. I think that's what we're calling this. What's this? We got weapons system bay. Oh, I guess this is for routing. Let's say engineering bay. Not really sure what I can do at the engineering bay. I mean, that's where I think you can control drones and stuff like that. I think engineering bay could be drone control, teleporting people within the ship. Ooh, that could be interesting. Like, what if like some of the stations can be upgraded to have like additional actions like teleporting people within the ship? Yeah, I like that. That feels fun. Locker, shield generator, power station, and navigation. Medbay, obviously. Medbay. I think this is enough for now. Move ship. Power station could be route power. Reroute, I guess. Reroute power. Allocate shield. Put on space walker or spacesuit, I guess. Attack. Guess initially, if you have someone in engineering bay, I think you could say remote repair. And then heal. Pretty simple. And I was saying that these stations' movement is free until you decide to do any one of these things, I think. Hey, thanks for the follow. I'm Neo on Twitch. Welcome. Brainzep says, yay, sci-fi. Yeah. Hey, we make reasons as long as gameplay works out. I think that's okay. Okay, so I think we're going to stick with this for now and see how that feels. Oh, yeah. I'm Neo. If you want the strawberries, you have to do you have to redeem plant seeds first. There's a redeem called Plant Berry Folk Seed. And then you can water them 9 times. Then you will get a little plant that plants evolves into this. Oh, I'm stuck. Hold on, I gotta change berry. Jump. All right, everyone, capture the flag here. Did anybody get the Hollowberry? I'm not really sure. Anyways. Okay. Pretty good, I think, so far. Let's see. So this is without even crew specialization. We can talk about crew specialization, but for now, I think we can work off of this. So assuming that all of your crew is just... Neo, you need a berry first. In order to get the berry, go to the power-ups and rewards and redeem Plant Berry Folk Seed, which costs 50 berry seeds. And then you can water them 9 times, and then you'll get a berry. And then you can do all those commands. Okay. Like that. Like Void did. Oh man, I'm sweating bullets here. Oh, please. Freddy says, hey Freddy, we're back on Dread on Arrival. You know what? Hey, you wanna... Okay, I don't know. Is this extra work? Because I know you already wrote the music, right? So I'm making a design doc. Okay, tell me what you think about this. So I'm writing a design doc, which is what game designs often take. So like things like the idea, principle, mood, the gameplay, the questions of what I want to achieve in this design concept is all included in here. I'm hoping that the artist would also write kind of like style guides of some sort. Does that make sense? So like giving purpose. So for example, if somebody were to be like 10 years down the road, somebody goes, I want to research. I want to know why they made this decision on this part. I want to know if it's intentional or just intuitive. They'll be able to see it here. And this also gives the helpful option to expand on the concept cohesively, right? So as someone who has made a first version of something, is that what that is? Creative diary? We call it like the style guides or like basically. So sometimes I would have, for my pixel art, sometimes I would put like palettes of the color that I chose and why I chose those colors. And if I were to make more enemies, it should be within this palette and type of things. I mean, obviously these rules can be broken, but basically like that. So, I mean, I would love to have the art section, which I don't know if Revy would do. If not, I'll have to do it myself, like interview Revy myself and try to fill it up. And then I definitely need to do audio design. So it's like, if you're thinking like you're a design lead for the audio in a game studio, you want all your quote unquote mechanical Turks or all your working hands to work together with basically same principle in mind, right? I know creative process is a lot of times like really flexible, but maybe having like some central guidance might help. I don't know. So if you're interested, I can include you in this document and then you can just kind of fill in general things. Could be a good practice. I don't know. It's up to you. Let me know if you're interested. Then I'll include you in this doc. I'll need your email though. Ah, no. Ah, hold on. Ah, don't look. Okay. Whew. Freddy says, I would love to give some inputs if wanted. Yes, I love it. Please. All right, hold on. I almost docked someone. I was trying to cover the screen with my hand to cover it from being seen. Let's see if I can find your old email that we were communicating with. I don't know through what. I think we were talking through my developer Ezra account, right? Let me see if I can find the email. Yeah, I'd love that. It's very helpful. Also, it's helpful for like, because we're contracting, right? Like if I get a new contracting people for whatever reason, like you're tied up or something like that, then it also helps with like helping getting other commissioned work out there. Here. I'll give you a editor command. There you go, editor. Boom, you're included now. Audio design is yours. Okay. Let's see. Man, I can't believe the AC is still not working. Ugh. This feels so bad right now. We'll see how long I can stand here before I actually like need to leave the room. All right, so the stations are set up. The crew specific things. I mean, I would love to design. Okay, so here's an argument. I don't need the crew specific designs determined yet, because this itself seems like a pretty fun gameplay. without the crew's specific actions. But there's a part of me that's like, I need to design it and lock it down in order for me to know what parameters I need to include in the crew information. Maybe not. So for now, it's just gonna be this. I don't know if the O2 rate should matter. Like, is that too much, or if it's okay? So here's the thing: the game design and gameplay can be kind of complex if it is intuitive, like if it makes sense to us, right? So if we say, oh, a person in a room takes O2 as part of their, you know, presence there, or it's just that the person survives as long as there's O2 level and it doesn't impact the O2 level at all. Because if I do say, hey, each person takes 1 consumption rate per person, then there's a chance of being like, oh, you know what? If you have multiple people in a room, there's a chance that you would run out of O2 faster. I guess there's like you could say there's infinite O2 flow unless there's a hull breach or there's a O2 malfunction. I guess I should do that too, actually. Electrical malfunction. I suppose electrical malfunction. Well, fire depletes O2. I mean, there are already 2 things that'll deplete O2. But there's nothing that just targets the O2 only, huh? I guess we do need something. It's row below. O2 generator. I mean, there's nothing here. I'm not sure what you can do. I guess you can control. Shot on, off to station. And this would be to supply fire, like suppress fire. You can purposely turn it off. Right? So there's a reason to get there. Okay. This tutorial for this game could be too complicated, though. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so some of the meaningful choices that player needs to be making. Let's look at this strategy. I want to look at a scenario. Strategy-wise, if there's a ship that's chasing me to attack, if I just keep moving away, like the ship's over here and destination over here, I do have to cross. What's preventing me from putting all my people into navigation and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like just keep going? You know what? Actually, that doesn't sound... okay. And then where the damage gets taken is random? I think it shouldn't be random. I think... it could feel random. Like, you don't know where the attack is going to, but what if you have some items that allows you to see where it goes? Because otherwise, shielding different area feels bad, right? Because you don't know where the damage will go to. So how do you, or do you just shield the important? Like, is the strategy to shield important things? We'll see. We'll see how that gameplay feels like. Okay, I'm just gonna implement this. Just these things. So let's make more symbols here now. So we have a few icons already. We have weapons icon. I think we already made navigation. Power station. Shield generator is something I need to make. So I'll go... shield generator probably is going to just look like... I wonder if I can make it look more angular. Maybe it needs to be more like this. And then look like it has crystalline structures. I don't think this translates. I think definitely needs to look more like this. A circle, like a soccer ball, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for the hydrate, Calcel. Hey, what happened to the... Did the berry throw the water bottle at me when you hydrate? Alright, I'll be back just a second. Let me get some water. Okay, let's see. Much needed water right there. All right. Wonder if this looks better. What if I go like that? Maybe that's okay. I think that kind of works. I don't know how I'm gonna interweave them. Just gonna have to do this, I think. It's just gonna have to look bad. Voice says I'm too low on points. Wow. I mean, it's working, I guess. Then everybody's like running out of points now. That was the purpose, I guess, of the system. I mean, we needed reasons to make people use points, right? Like, otherwise, points are just doing nothing. Maybe not here. I think so. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. I'll do it like that. How about this? Okay. And then... Kind of looks like a shield. We'll save this as PNG shield gen icon. And then I think we're going to get our CRT icon, get the color, and save this as the CRT version of the icon. Okay, what else? Excuse me. Wow, that was a big burp. Voices indeed. Now we'll never hear Ez sing. Oh, which reminds me, I gotta keep my promise to McQuarrie. I gotta practice that song. Freddy says, oh no, I already read that. Never mind. Freddy's just chilling. I see it. Okay, so we got the shield gen, locker. Locker could be just suit up. Maybe we name it something different other than just locker, but it's okay. Let's see. So we'll take this icon and draw it. Maybe, oops. Maybe it'll be like this. Among Us. Kind of looks like a suit, right? All right, hold on. Like that. This one is definitely longer, right? Like so. I mean, this is supposed to be a little oxygen tank, but I don't know if this reads. No, it doesn't. I'll just put suit only. Call this locker icon as PNG. Yep. Oh, no. Cancel. I almost saved it over weapons. Locker icon. PNG. Save. And then we'll take the color from the CRT icon. Color that in. Save as CRT icon. Cool. Engineering bay, we already did that. Weapons already exist. Med bay and O2 cap. So 3232. I guess I should just keep this open instead of keep turning it on and off. What did I say this is? This is Mepe. Mepe is simple enough. Just one of these. Oops. Rotate 90 degrees. Like so. Save medbay icon. Oops, I should probably do save as, honestly. PNG file. And then take this color, color. Oh. This color. Color this. Save as. It's your T icon. And then we need the O2, which I'm just going to write O2. Taking inspiration from straight up copy from what do you call? From looks good. Okay, O2 here. Straight up copy from trying to see what looks better. Okay. Oh my gosh, I keep stopping my sentence in the middle of it. Copy from FTL. O2 icon. PNG. And then we're gonna do this. Boom. Save this as the CRT icon. Nice. Okay. So at least I have icons for every single test ones. Hey, Celine, welcome back. Voice says, indeed, now we will never hear Ez sing. I'm sure you will. If there's enough demands. I don't know. The demands are kind of wishy-washy, honestly. Celine says, oh yeah, Ezra, you might be interested in to hear this. Remember the game I was making? Yeah. Shoot, we haven't done the game design stuff. GDD review. I got to do that. There's only 2 though. 30 days ago. Wow. Yeah, we haven't. I thought Celine also submitted. Anyways, yes, I remember the game you were working on. What about it? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's look at, while Celine says, well, the 2 people I'm collabing with for the game decided to pivot a little bit. Platformer combat, like Hollow Knight and Silk Song. Yeah. I mean, whatever game you end up playing ends up influencing and, you know, it's inspiring ideas. So I'm not surprised. But that's cool. Pivot is good, as long as it's a good pivot. I'd say, why, like, write this, do this. I'm like, I keep telling myself, like, this is so helpful just because, like, you get to clearly find out technically where you need to stop instead of leaving a lot of the ideas of like, oh, we'll get there when we get there type of thing, which is okay for the most part. But there are times when you can save a lot of time by not being like, oh yeah, we're definitely not doing that. Celine says, I call it Fez, like Metrovania, Lamau. Oh, interesting. Interesting. We're starting with a demo that has 1 region and 1 boss with a couple enemies and 1 NPC. Perfect. Perfect number of little sampling. I'd say make sure you have the learn, challenge, or learn, get used to, challenge, and overcome pattern. Right? Learn, master, challenge, overcome. Yeah. That's a full satisfaction cycle. And then you go, oh, I want more. I want more of that. Surprisingly, Bellatra does that, right? Because you have the blinds, and actually amazing part of the blinds is that every time you get to the boss blind, like when you first play it, obviously when you get used to it, it's easy to beat, Boss blind feels like a huge deal, and that points when you first see it, like the very first time you saw it, it feels big. And once you beat it, that's your new base. That's the small blind now. It's not even boss anymore. And then it starts to cycle again. So it's like, oh, that was a challenge. But now that's the base type of thing. Celine says, yeah, I'll update you once the demo starts to leave programmer art, Lamau. It's hopefully going to have the main shifting mechanic as well as basic combat, but no abilities. Oh, I see. That could be interesting. I'm excited to hear about what this, or see what this shifting mechanic is. Okay, anyways. Imagining. Idea is I want to be able to select these crew members, right? And when I select it, you're going to get some action options, right? Yeah, I think so. And then once you select an action, you got to have a confirming action, whatever that is. So over here, instead of having this, what if we have... Should... Okay. Interesting. Okay. Moving to a station. What if doing an action moves the crew to the station by default? Since right now there's only one action per station anyways. But that also means we're not... What if it's expended so I don't have to, like... Instead of, like, go to the station, then choose the action, all available actions are just, like, out here. And then you select it. And depending on the action, the crew gets moved automatically. Yeah. And then I guess the action should have a thing about what the action is and where the crew would go to do that. That might simplify it. Benefit of doing that is that there's no multiple clicks that needs to be done. Like what you see, you just select it and everything is done. Downside is that if I don't teach it properly, the information gets really, really confusing. I want to try it out. I want to try the whole, like, expend every single available action. But that means I wouldn't be able to move without doing anything. But is that part of the game? Right? Like, I don't want to... I can't be like, oh, I can't... You can't have a no-op. Unless you have a skip. I guess skip can be an action. Go to a location, skip. Okay, maybe I could do that. Celine says, I should probably go because it's getting late. Good luck with the stream. Thank you, Celine. I'll see you later. Bye. Honestly, I don't know how long I can stay out here because of the heat, but I'll do what I can. Though, all this hydration, what it does for sure is makes me want to go to the restroom. So I'm going to go back. I'll be back. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. My cats are struggling in this heat, I think. I mean, we have some fans. The apartment was like, oh, sorry for the inconvenience. For now, while we figure it out, we'll give you some fans. So we have fans now. But obviously, circulating hot air only does so much. So, whew, I am really hoping that this AC comes back right now. Okay. All right. What's the next thing I need to do here to make this work? Let's think. So we said we're going to get all the possible actions and expend it. And then each action, if you hover over it, will show you where it will take the player, right? So every crew can do something. Nothing unique about the crew. But that also means how do I display the information about the ship? Like, should that be always on? Like, should it be here all the time? Because initially I was thinking, oh, like I can have room information like this. Where I go with the little level and health. Maybe that's what I can do. Maybe I can put all the rooms out here and show O2 level. Okay, let's do that. So since we already said the stats that are required here are this. O2 level, we need the power level, O2 level, and then health. Destruction resistance, I don't think we have to show it. It's just kind of like hidden stat. Kind of like Darkest Dungeon. So we have health bar, O2 level, power level. So 3 bars. And then status right below it. I think that's pretty simple. So instead of crew here, we're going to create a station. And we're going to call station info panel. Or, yeah, station info panel. Which will be a control. We'll say this is change type panel container. More like a digital display, right? So instead of using I'm thinking, okay. I think I have other frame borders, yeah. Space map frame here. So what if I use that with the CRT progress bar? Yes, I think that will do nicely, I think. So we'll do a style box. Put this in here. And give it some shape first so we can see it. Texture margin. This is 192 by 192, so we're going to say 192 divided by 3. So 64, 64, 64. Axis stretch. We're going to tile it. And then, let's see. Put a mask down, which will be texture rect. Panel BG. this down. Oh, I guess this should also be 9 rect. And it should overlay perfectly on top of this. 9 patch rect. Then put the texture down. Layout. Container sizing. It's gonna fill it. I do wonder if I can just... This is a panel. What if I do... Honestly, this could just be stretched, can it not? Yeah. So if I do sprite 2D on this, display BG, do this. But it won't stretch all the way. It needs to fit the size of the whole thing. If I do texture rect first, it might work out. So if I change this type to regular control, and then we do texture rect, and then do panel container. And this one's going to be the background. And it's going to ignore size, or keep size, and it's going to scale. Anchor to full position, full rect, which will be the full rect size of this thing. Layout, let's say it's 160. Background seems like... There you go. Yeah, that's a little better. And then this one... Do the same thing we did earlier. Texture for the frame. Then margin is 64. There you go. And then this one will also anchor to full rect. So then it depends on this size. Changing this will change all of this. Nice. That works nicely. And then let's see. Within the panel, we want to have HBox. And in the first column, I think, do fill, center is fine. 3 progress bars. CRT progress. I don't know what this is. This is a frame? Okay. This is a fill? Okay. So I think we can add progress bar here, or texture version of it. Texture progress bar. I think that's how I did it. Let me go back to my main to find out what I did here. Oh, that's the wrong main. CRT information display. Yeah, texture progress bar. Wait, huh? Weird. Doesn't have anything. Oh, it's here. Okay. Texture, under, progress, nothing on the over. Okay, so I'll just use that. Same thing. Okay, under combat station info panel. I think what we're gonna do here, under is going to take, I think that was a CRT, yeah. Under? Actually, this is under, and this is fill. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Do a 9 patch stretch. Stretch margin. I don't know what option I need to give it actually. Say this one can have, well, actually, VBox first. This one's going to have minimum, give it some thing like that. Oh, this changes it. Panel instead of a panel. I'm not going to worry about this just yet right now. It's just distracting. VBox certain size. Texture progress. We'll say this one at least has like 10 pixel height. Margin I think was like 6, if I remember correctly. It's 12 by 12. It's 4 actually. So 4 and 4. And then 4 everywhere, I guess. Like so. So if we do max value is 100, steps 1, min 0, say value is 50, you get one of these. Beautiful. Okay. So we have 3 bars. Probably should be tinted differently depending on what they are. Should be health, O2, progress bar, health, progress bar, and then a power level, right? Power, progress bar. So we can do, for this being yellow is okay. O2, let's do blue tint. Only problem is that the color that I chose is going to not allow for blue tint, huh? This might have to do it. Health can be, oops. This can have a tint of, this is so colorblind friendly, I guess. Like so. So we have progress bar, all these things. Let's see. And those can be assigned whatever it needs to be. And then we say texture rect and call this station icon. CRT icon. We'll have one of these things like that. Ignore size. Keep aspect. 32 by 32. There you go. Like so. And then we'll do remove the content margin. $15 everywhere. Okay. Does seem like the left margin needs to be a little bit bigger. Or make the Y smaller, like 10. Yeah, that looks good. We'll do 10 for all of these. Okay. Station icon. I guess that could be pretty small. Gonna fill up or shrink center. There you go. Looks okay. Okay. Panel container. Gonna full rect this. Then we can reduce his size. Can we reduce his size? I guess that's why. We can make this like 260. And then have this be full rect. It's okay. I think it should be shrink and shrink center, and then it should be shrink end like that. Perfect. So I can go boom. Maybe smaller, 180. And then change the margin. Right, margin can be 0. Let's do 10 here. I think that looks okay, I think. It is still outside of the boundaries of this, so maybe I do need to make it slightly larger. All right. So we have station. Keep aspect. I don't know why this is 38 instead of 32 though. Container sizing should be shrink center. There you go. Cool. What else? What else? This could be at the end. You can up this size to be 64. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Okay, so station icon and then the health level, those can be controlled separately. I don't think I need any more information on this, do I? Hey, MD Fury says, greeting, how's it going? Things are going okay. We're finishing up our game. Finishing up is being generous. But basically, we are on revisitation of our game called Dread on Arrival. And that's been fun, to say the least. So that's where we're at. And part of that is solidifying some of these mechanics. So we did some game design doc, locking in some of the concepts so that I know exactly what I need to design technically, so that I'm not just kind of roaming about. So here we are. Ideally, what that means is that we're going to get station information, which will be, I think, just VBox container here. Say station info container, which I guess will just be some number of this, right? I mean, there's going to be at least 5 here, so I got to do that. Like that. And this one's going to go to the right. Top right, like so. Does seem like there's a gap issue here. The inside is not fitting in nicely. So this we said we're going to go full rect, which seems like it's exceeding this, huh? 190 is a little bit too much. Let's do 193 and 95. Okay, that's good. That looks okay. I want to know if it's too small. All right, not bad. I do think that this could double in size, perhaps. We'll see. I mean, we have a lot of mixel thing going on here. When I say mixel, I mean resolution. I decided that we're going to use a full 1080p HD resolution and scale the assets appropriately to fit it, because the whole font situation at a lower resolution is very ugly. And using viewport container to do 2 separate things also doesn't work out always nicely, because then you're like, oh, where does it line up underneath? And then what if the resolution changes? Does that change anything? And it does. Okay, let's see. I guess we could just scale it by 2 here and then just line it up to top right anyways. Though it seems like that messes with its looks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it doesn't fit as much. I don't know. I kind of liked it as smaller. I don't know if that's gonna make everything look really weird or not. I mean, does that mean I have to take this down to be normal scale as well? Like, is that too small now? Might be. Okay. I think this is okay. And then we have station information here. So we'll go, this will keep up. So this is the information display of the ship. We're going to click on the units to do actions. Information is available here. And then I can do click and action. Cool. That should do it. Oh my gosh, I'm burning up here though. I wish I could stream longer, but this heat is killing me right now. And being in this room is really doing a number on me. So I think this is a good stopping point for me. As I said before, I made an announcement before to those who follow me. I will be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'll try to be as regular as possible. So you won't have to guess how often I stream. It'll be very much locked in. So expect me on Friday. Sorry for a short session. You know, last week I was sick. This week the heat is killing me. Hopefully next week everything will be great. I mean, even better, by Friday, I do hope that my, what do you call? AC has been fixed by then. All right, I think we're just gonna dump you guys. We're gonna raid out to Hypnotic again because I can't really think right now. He's doing fun Jern Jam with educational games or whatever. So we'll see. All right, bye y'all. Thanks for watching. See you on Friday. And goodbye. Okay. All right, we said goodbye to Twitch. This means we got to say goodbye on YouTube as well. Thanks for watching on YouTube as well.